They told you to niche down, to post more, to just show up and be valuable. But what if the reason you're not gaining traction is because you're following tactics without trust? Most marketers are chasing visibility, but the real leverage? It's trust. And I just dropped a raw breakdown on how to build it, even if you don't feel creative or qualified. This isn't theory. It's how I show up daily with purpose, and how I teach others to do the same. Drop Hustle to unlock the new Training Plus bundle. This is how beginners become trusted voices in their niche.
Okay, family, we are live. We are live. And I want to welcome you guys back to another episode of the Hustlers 10-Minute a Day Challenge. Now, we're in week 8, day 3. Now, it's a little bit of a different setup. We're actually live streaming from YouTube right now instead of the private Facebook group where we normally live stream from. For whatever reason, this morning, Facebook for whatever reason, it wasn't connecting to the streaming service. So, unlike some other people, what they might do is they might just cancel the whole thing altogether. But I couldn't do that because for 8 weeks, 5 days a week, Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. Eastern Time, consistently, we've been going live. So I don't want to break the pattern. I don't want to break the consistency. Even though we had to get started today a little bit later, we still got started, which is a lesson in itself. Never let any type of situation, any type of false start, any type of, thing that keeps you from being your best, keep you from getting started the way you want to get started, keep you from starting at the right time, keep you from starting on the right platform or doing it the way you originally intended to do it. But things happen in life. Things happen that change the way you end up having to do things. And when those things happen, you have to learn how to pivot. You have to learn how to make adjustments. You have to learn how to not say to yourself, well, it just didn't work out, so I'm just going to quit. Or, well, I'll try again tomorrow. Those things don't work in the long run. What they do is it creates a culture, it creates a habit of being inconsistent. It creates a habit of, allowing yourself to give up, allowing yourself to have an excuse. And here at the Hustler's Secret Success System, we don't make any excuses. We do the work, we put in the work, and we hustle every day, Monday through Friday, Saturdays, and Sundays also. But we just don't go live on those days yet, anyway. So for YouTube, seeing as though today was a challenging start, there's a lot of people that follow on YouTube that are not part of the private Facebook group. So every challenge presents an opportunity. Now we have a whole new audience or a whole extended audience of people who would have otherwise not been able to experience the Hustlers 10-minute a day challenge if it wasn't for this situation. So let's get to it. And just to explain to you guys, we're going to go step by step a little bit. I'm not going to keep you too long in this video because the challenge, of course, originally is supposed to be 10 minutes a day, but we often go over. We often over deliver, and that's the purpose. We want to give you what you ask for, what you come to expect, and then we want to surprise you and go above and beyond. So, for the people that aren't aware of how the Hustlers 10-minute a day challenge goes, I want to share with you one of our most powerful and guarded resources. This document right here, this Canva document, which is valued at, on the low end, a value of $9.97. Now, I've explained in previous lives why this document right here is possibly one of the most valuable documents online for beginner affiliate marketers, online marketers, whoever or whatever title you decide to give yourself. But if you're looking to earn an income from home and you're struggling and you don't know exactly what you need to be doing on a daily basis, if you don't have a system that works, that's proven to work, no matter what product or service or niche you're actually promoting, then this live is for you. And this particular document is definitely for you. So let's get to it. I often say that people will overlook value. The right person will always see value in valuable things, but the wrong person will never see value in things that's valuable. So, what I consider to be line 2 in the document, it starts off by giving you massive, massive value. This right here kicks off the foundation of where you want to be, how you want to start off your affiliate marketing journey, your career, your online marketing journey. First, you want to grab what we call your mega link. Now, your mega link is what's going to give you access to your exclusive profit center where you can actually earn 100% commissions all the way up to 300% commissions. Now, that might sound crazy, but within this amazing system, we have a way that you can actually earn up to 300% commissions if you do specific things. Now, you have to work your way up to that. And I never advise anybody to start all the way at the top, try to reach and stretch for something that they've never reached and stretched for, that they don't have the muscle memory for, and they don't have the capacity to actually deal with. So I always tell people to start off at the beginning, and your mega link, getting access to that is the beginning point, and it's going to allow you to unlock the Hustlers 10-minute a day challenge. Now, this challenge is something that we started almost 2 months ago. We started on June 16th, 2025. And right now we're in week 8. Once again, week 8, day 3. Consistently on a daily basis, we've done this challenge and we've shared with people the opportunity to learn the necessary skills to help them build a home business. Now, this document is pretty straightforward. It guides you, it gives you instructions that you can do, once again, on a daily basis. Simple. 10 minutes or less, you can actually get this done. So I give you a little intro. Like I said in the beginning, okay, family, Welcome to something I've been waiting to drop for a while. So, when I first started this, it was just a thought, it was just an idea, a concept, something that I knew would work because it's based off principles that are transferable and that has been proven to work. And 8 weeks later, I'm still here. I'm still here doing it. I'm still here consistently performing. And why? Because the challenge is fun, the challenge is simple, it's easy, and it actually gets results. So, what is the challenge? I'm not going to go through the document completely, but I'm going to give you the main features and benefits. So, if you look here, we have our our avatar picture, the Hustlers 10-minute a day challenge. And then provides in this document a system, a complete system of what you need to follow. So, on a daily basis, if you're promoting any product or service, you're going to have to be social, right? You're going to have to share your business. You're going to have to share your product and service with your potential audience. Now, we use all types of social media mediums in order to do this. Primarily, we use Facebook because it's one of the biggest, widest networks and it has some of the most diverse features. It allows us to go live, it allows us to create private groups, it allows us to send messages to people privately, and it basically is a overall complete system that for the right person, they can turn into a 6 or 7 figure a year or even a month income. But for the wrong person, they'll just use it like 95% of the people online. They'll use it just to be social, just to talk to friends and family, just to see everyday posts, like, share, follow people for the purpose of being entertained. Now, I believe in entertainment. I believe in giving people things that they can laugh at, you know, comment on, share with people. But I also believe that we have to incorporate some education. There's things that we need to learn and know because there's big problems that we all face on a daily basis. Whether you want to tell anybody about these problems or issues that you face, we all know that they are there. A lot of times we disguise those issues and those problems behind just needing financial assistance, just needing to make more money. But we often find that the problems people face is deeper than just needing money. They need the money to solve whatever problem or issue they're facing. So it's on you. If you create a product or a service that you know is going to help somebody, it's on you. Your mission is to be social on social media and to post with purpose and to give people an idea of what you have to offer, who you are as a person, and why they should want to partner with you. Yesterday's live, I talked about 5 pillars, basically, 5 things that you need in order to be successful. One was, of course, energy. And when I say energy, it doesn't necessarily have to mean that you just you're high off caffeine and sugar. You just got this rush that you just constantly running and moving and you're forcing things through. Some energy is more relaxed. Some energy is more precise. Some energy could be quiet. It could be just a quiet energy, just a look, a stare that says it all. I've seen those in different situations. I've been in situations where just a simple look, a simple look was a solution. A simple look told you to either stay or a simple look told you to run. So, energy and everything else related to it is transferable and it can be used to your benefit if you know what you're looking for. So, this document right here, this overall system is designed to help you develop the hustler's mindset. And mindset is the number one thing that you have to develop in order to be successful online. I don't care about your other excuses about not having money, not having the time to invest. Well, this challenge right here solves those problems for you. 10 minutes a day is something that everybody has. I don't care. You go to the bathroom how many times a day? You eat how many times a day? You scroll on social media how many times a day? And that takes up hours. So 10 minutes a day is something that you can carve out. Now, from an investment standpoint, grabbing that mega link, as I mentioned, that right there shouldn't be an issue either. Because to access your profit center and be able to get access to possibly up to 300% commissions on certain things, if you do certain activities, that's possible with a minimum investment of what's less than a cup of coffee in some places. And of course, now with, the way politics is going, things like that, possible tariffs and things like that, prices could be rising on just about everything. But we're in a digital era, we're in a digital world. So we have solutions for all of these types of problems. And that's why this document here and this challenge is still very valuable. I might want to add a one in front of that 997 because it gives you so much. And for the right person, they'll see the value. This is a digital product, something that can be duplicated, replicated, and can never run out. It's a system that's based off of principles, ideas, mindset, and that can never run out. And it doesn't necessarily have any restrictions put on it, and it can't be restricted based off of a tariff or, you know, things like that that's more politically motivated or that could be more easily manipulated. This challenge represents something that you can actually build and create yourself so that you can be the owner and you can be at the forefront of your life and control it from every aspect. So, what is it? And hopefully by now, you're probably getting a little idea of who I am and what I'm about. I'm about sharing helpful information. I could talk about this stuff all day because it's something that's ingrained in me and it's something that I eat, sleep, dream about, and wake up to on a daily basis, and something that I've been doing and loving for over the last 15 plus years. So, with that, I love it. I talk about it. I deep dive into it and I give up all of the helpful information that I can so that the next person can use that information to turn it into something profitable for themselves. So, how do we do it? So, after you get your mega link, right, that unlocks your profit center, next, I want to invite you to access what I call my personal GPT. So, Chat GPT, AI, whatever you use, is a very powerful tool nowadays. It wasn't available just a couple of years ago, and it definitely wasn't available in the beginning stages of my journey. When I wanted to become an expert affiliate marketer, online marketer, and make money from home, I had to do it all myself. Website creation, content creation, creating the scripts, creating the videos, doing the live videos, doing the recorded videos, editing those videos, doing all the other things outside of the online stuff that I was doing, and still having to maintain working a 9 to 5, or at that time, it was more of a 9 to 8, 11-hour shifts for the particular job that I had back then when I was going through the struggle. But I still maintain my ideas and my dream of being full time with my online marketing. And I'm lucky to have been full time now going on 5 years. So March actually made, well, should I even count for March? I'll count before March, maybe around January, but March 2nd will make 4 years officially that I've had my LLC. So, and I've been full time. So I'm shorting myself, but I want to give you as accurate a picture as possible. There's no need for fluff. There's no need for hype or over exaggeration. It is what it is. I want to tell you that it's been a great journey, but it's been a struggle also. I've been through a lot of hard times. I've been through a lot of challenges. I've been through a lot of things that most people wouldn't want to go through. I've invested more money than most people have invested in themselves or ever would want to, outright invest in themselves. And A lot of those investments to the wrong person, it might have seemed like a waste of time, but to the right person, it was all worth it. And I believe I'm the right person because it brings me here today where I have the ability to create just about anything I want to. Whether I want to create a website from scratch with nobody else's assistance, whether I want to create a animated video as you saw in the beginning without no one else's assistance, whether I want to do voiceovers, whether I want to do just about anything it is that I want to do without any assistance. I built myself up. I built myself based on skills, challenges, and opening up my bank, open up my bank account to invest and to fuel what it is that I need in order for me to be successful. So I give you guys access to my personal GPT where you can use it to help you on this challenge and whatever other challenges you have. You can ask it questions, and it can help you. It can be your personal coach, mentor, and answer those pertinent questions that you might have. But AI isn't perfect. It hasn't been through the storm. It hasn't been through all of the challenges that a real person has been through. So it can only give you, you know, maybe a little bit of the technical stuff to an extent. But if you really want the real, if you want the soul, the passion, you have to get that from a real person that's still evident. And that's why humans are still valuable and needed. So after you get access to your GPT, I want you to also get access to another document that I created. It's called the Affiliate Marketing Commentator. So we're talking about social media, right? We know that if you create a product or service, you have to be social. But most people, they don't even know what it means to be social anymore. We often say that people are more connected nowadays more than ever, just because you have access to all these different social platforms. You can talk and communicate to people via, your cell phone, your laptop, your tablet, and you can be in a whole nother country within seconds. You can be in a whole other town within seconds. And even with that availability, people are still losing the ability to connect and communicate. Most of the things that you see online have become so automated to the point where people are using the chat GPTs and other AIs to have conversations with people on a daily basis, but they don't even know what they're saying to people. They're just asking the chat GPT or whatever AI software to write something for them. And they're copying it and pasting it to people, and they're losing the art of dialogue. So, your job, your task is to build up your skills, build up your armor, the thing that you're going to need when everything else falls apart, the thing you need when people start looking at other people, the masses, the majority of people that will be using the GPTs and the AI, but they'll be using it in the wrong way. So what will happen? They'll all start to sound the same, and people will recognize that, and they'll say, "That's AI right there. That's Chat GPT. That sounds like a Chat GPT, or that sounds like Gemini right there. I can tell it. I can smell it on a person. I can see it from the first couple of lines." But we still want to use it, but we want to use it smarter. We want to educate ourselves on how to use it, and we want to turn that education into something that we can make profitable for ourselves. So the commentator is actually a bunch of responses. It's about 500 responses that you can actually share with your audience, and it's part of the system. And you're going to need responses because once when you start creating content, people will respond. They'll either like what you create or they'll hate what you create, but they'll possibly respond. And it's just a game. Either way, whether it's positive or negative, your job is to build an audience and to get traffic. And in order to get traffic, you have to make yourself visible. And just like in real life, you turn on the news, you see a story, whether it's good or bad. And more than likely, it's because it's bad. It's what makes you want to watch it and see what happens. And because it's bad, or possibly, it could be bad, that might make you want to share it with somebody even more so than if it was a good story. So whether or not something is good or bad is relative. You just need to be able to have a response for it. And this right here, the affiliate marketing commentator, actually gives you a response. It's not the end solution to the major problem, but it's part of the solution. Because now, while you're able to respond to, let's say, 10, 20 people or more in a day, now you're able to keep more of your time because you've cut that factor down. Now you don't have to think about, what do I say to these people? How do I craft a different response to 10, 20 people who have responded? You can say the same thing over and over, but then you'll look like a spammer. Well, with this commentator, that eliminates that. While it gives you back your time freedom, gives you more of your time freedom back so you can learn the other skills. What should you be saying? How can you craft a response better in your own words without solely having to rely on the GPT? It allows you freedom to do that. Now, you're also going to have to create more than just text responses. You're going to create reels. You're going to create, you know, videos. Hopefully, you're not just a point and clicker. You're not one of those people that just sit there in a video silently typing on a laptop or something where there's just a 7-second sound bite in the background and you're doing all of this pointing and clicking. That's not value. That's not skill. Well, it is somewhat of a skill because it's a observance skill. It shows that you've been watching what everybody else has been doing, and we know the statistics. We know 95% of the people that are doing those things aren't successful. So that's another reason why our challenge in the Hustler's Secret Success System is so valuable, because we want to break the mentality, the broken mindset of people who think that they're going to follow the crowd. That following the crowd and the masses is what gets things done. Well, you do what the majority of people do, you get the results that the majority of people get, right? So we got the reels here that give you a little template of what you can actually create videos about. But what is this? Still, are you still confused? Are you still not understanding? That's okay, because I didn't fully paint the picture for you. I've given you I've given you the real. I've given you not the real REEL. I've given you the REAL. The real information that you need, the real knowledge, the real skills, the real activities that you're going to need to perform on a daily basis. Now, these are just a few. I can't give it to you all in one video because that would take forever. But we have the reels, right? Which it's on you to take and not use the spam, not to be like 95% of people who will just take these reels, copy them as they are, use them as they are with no editing. But it's on you to recreate, and it's on you to use what's now your personal GPT in order to help you do it, which you actually get free access once when you start the challenge. So you have the reels, you have the scripts. But what is this challenge? What is this challenge? What is it based off of? Well, it's based off of a simple principle, a simple success principle that has been around for decades, possibly centuries. And people who have been using this particular system for all that time in order to become successful. And that's the system of building know, like, and trust. Once again, It's a system of building know, like, and trust. So, first, you have to get people to know you. Then you have to get people to like you. And then you have to get people to trust you. So, does product and service really matter? It does. You have to have a great product, you have to have a great service. But it's kind of like walking into the supermarket. Walking into the supermarket for the first time. Let's say you're in a whole new town, you're in a whole new country, and you just walk into a supermarket, everything in there is new to you. You don't know what it is. The one indicator of what it might be and if it's good or not is the same in every industry. It's the packaging. You're looking at the package. You're looking at what does the word say on the bag or on the box? Is the font nice? Is the colors bright? And you're making your judgment based off of that. Not the fact that you've actually tasted the food and you know for a fact that it's good, but you're basing it off of visuals and perception. Things that have nothing to really do with the product or service itself. And how often does that happen? Well, that happens probably more than 95% of the time. Now, this is where the mindset comes in, and I hope you guys get the mindset shift. When have you, unless, and the first thing that comes to my mind is this: if you ever go to like a Costco's or a Sam's Club, this is the best representation. They have one of the best systems where you're walking around and you're shopping, but then you come across a food stand where somebody's giving you a sample. They let you taste the honey barbecue chicken. They let you taste the little sample with the toothpicks. And then you like, okay, that's good. That tastes good. Now you want the product because you know for a fact that it's good. Does the packaging matter? No. Once when they show you the package, the one thing you can say is, that's a nice package, or damn, that's an ugly package. But you don't care because you're not buying the package. You want what you've experienced. You want what you just tasted. And it doesn't matter if it's in a bag with poor scripting, if it's in a language that you don't even understand, you don't even know what it says on the bag, but you tasted the product. That's the mindset switch that you have to have. And you have to understand that online, 99 times out of 100, you never really get to taste what it is that you're getting. You always get the packaging. You always get the outside. And then you make your decision based off of that. That's what they call fluff. That's what they call, you know, sizzle. I don't want sizzle. I don't want that, like, you used to see the restaurant commercials and make me think of Sizzler. That was one of their things. That was a term that they use, Sizzler, name of the company, and they referenced it a lot. When they would cook their steaks, it would give that sizzle. So you knew Sizzler. And the sizzle in the commercials is what sold the food. So, me myself, I like to actually show and prove. I don't do like other people do. Give you long talk sessions and you never know, well, can this person actually do anything? Are they really who they say they are? Well, that's why I start off my videos, my lives, with actual videos, actual things that I've created so that you know that, okay, they can do something. They have some type of skill, some type of real talent. They don't just talk it. But let's get back to the challenge and wrapping it up and why it's so valuable and how you can turn it into something of your own. So the challenge is based off of this one word right here. It's based off of this one word or product or service that allows us to do something that most people never thought would be possible up until just maybe a year ago. So the one word is Suno, Suno. Suno is a platform that allows you to create music. You can create your own songs in whatever style, hip hop, R&B, rock, country, whatever type of music you like. Suno allows you to create that. Lyrics and everything, it'll come up with the lyrics for you, or you can write your own lyrics. Now, I know there's some music artists that's in my private group. They are people that are actually, some are musicians, that actually play instruments. Some are, great writers. They actually write their own lyrics and they get on stage and they perform. So they're kind of ahead of the curve. They're kind of the experts when it comes to this industry of music. Whereas other people who are just getting into the AI industry of music using the product Suno, they'll use Suno without any technical skill, without any musical background. A lot of people never even played the instrument, never even sung in the shower. Now, I think the majority of us, whether we can sing or not, we've all had we've all made a hit song in the shower, right? Over the years, growing up, even as a kid, I swear I've made a few albums, not just one song. I've made a few albums over my life, and we can title these songs shower music, right? So shower music, you just get in the vibe. It's something about being in the shower, and you know you just start getting in the zone. But Suno and music, the combination is something that right now you might not truly appreciate and understand the value of it. Some people might look at it as, okay, I could create my own song. I can, create something that I like to hear. I'm tired of listening to music on the radio. It's the same repetitive stuff, same storylines. It doesn't depict my life. It doesn't depict the lives of the people that are around me. Now I can create my own music that depicts that. Now I can, hmm, do a lot. I can educate with it. I can train people with it. I can use music as what, let's say, in the hip hop culture, what music was first intended on being used for educational purposes, to teach, to expose what's going on in the communities, right? So you have the opportunity to bring things back to the essence, but you might not be a music lover or a music fan. That's not the purpose. That's not the point at all. The point, and the reason why this document is so valuable, is because it lays the foundation for any and everybody. Whether you like music or not, you can hate music, but you'll love to create your own song for the purpose of educating your audience in a new way, a new and creative way. I've talked to you guys now on this live for over 30 minutes, right? Well, that's what the majority of people do. They talk, they give you information, but what if you can step outside of the box? What if you could create music that actually educates and teaches the people around you? I'd rather listen to a song, or a lot of times we rather listen to a podcast with a beat behind it, something entertaining that will educate us also. And we'll remember that more than just a simple conversation. So this right here is your extended tool, your next level tool set that's going to allow you to speak your own personal language. My personal language revolves around hip hop, some R&B, things like that, some gangster rap, all the things that surround my personality, the things that I like and things that I love. But the music that I create is all positive. It's for educational purposes. It's targeting hustlers, entrepreneurs, people in the industry of affiliate marketing. And it's teaching them while at the same time entertaining them, all put together in a system that I call edutainment. And that right there is a difference maker. So this challenge, it involves you using music. So on a daily basis, you're going to create your own song that talks about you, your likes, your dislikes, the world around you. your particular product or service that you sell or promote, whether you created it or not, or you're part of a company. Let's say you have an AI tool that you want to promote that creates pictures and videos and everything that you need. For example, you see these pictures here. These pictures don't just represent AI pictures. These pictures right here, let's say these in particular, represents a whole business opportunity. It represents the combination of us putting everything together in this very valuable document, right? It represents a person who's started off with step one, right? Got access to that mega link, got the profit center. Now you have a full-fledged business. You don't have to worry about payroll, paying anybody salaries. You don't have to worry about building websites, landing pages, because the system already has the websites and the landing pages built for you. You don't have to worry about the customer service, because customer service is there to help your potential clients and customers. Once when you share your profit center and the information within your complete system, right? So you don't have to worry about doing the live trainings yourself either, because I just shared with you that for the last 8 weeks consistently, and even with today's challenge, I started late, but I'm still here. So you not only get the document, but you get the person behind the document. You get someone that's consistent, that shows you that they can be there, they will be there. So whether it's on time or it's a little bit late, yeah, we still put in that work. So it's on you to develop the hustler's mindset and the real business mindset to understand what's valuable and what you should really be looking at and what should really allow you the information to make an informed decision. So we have the tool sets, and Suno, you can actually use that for free, and on a daily basis you get access to create, I believe if it's still 5 songs a day, but we know there's always a level, another level to this. If you decide that you want to do their monthly subscription, it gives you the ability to actually own the music and it be yours royalty free, meaning that you don't have to worry about copyright issues. Now, hopefully, the right person caught that piece of information there, and now they'll be able to use that to create something of value. That right there was $1 million worth of information in just that one line. Because having the ability to create something musically and the ability to have you own it yourself and not worry about copyright restrictions, that means that now when you create your content, whether you want to be a point and clicker type of person, now that 7 second song or beat that's playing in the background could be yours. So you never have to worry about copyright strikes or sharing, um, commissions with BMI or whoever else that pops up. I've been through it. I've been through it where, you hit a popular song, you want to share it in your reels. You want to do that, have that as the background. And the next thing you know, you get a notification on your social media that this right here, yeah, you can use it. It's cool. They ain't gonna give you a strike for it or nothing like that. But you're gonna have to split the proceeds, the monetization with the original artist, the creator of it. Why not you be the creator? Why not you own everything that it is that you do? Why be confined to a simple product and service that's owned by someone who you don't know? You might like them, you might not know if you can trust them, but they talk a good game. They told you, hey, they could give you all these commissions, and you decided that you want to promote their product or service because you got trapped in the mindset of looking at the money first and not looking at everything else that you need. You need to build the know, like, and trust. And once when you build that, hey, product can be your own. And let's get to the product. Once again, the product in this challenge is music. So on a daily basis, your task is to create a new song. Create that song, share that song with your audience, and let them tell you how they felt about it. How did you educate them in that song? What did you tell them? And if you don't know what to say in the song, I got a couple of templates here for you also. If you're a hip hop lover, here's a prompt template. Me personally, I like my songs to have 3 verses. I'm a traditional type of person. I like, I don't like things like a 2-minute song. I want it to be 3 verses, 16 bars. I remember when people used to always talk about 16 bars. Let me hear your 16. Yeah, people cut corners in every aspect of life nowadays. 16 bars might not be the standard anymore, but maybe you want to bring that back. But here's some templates. Maybe you're not a hip hop lover. Maybe you're an R&B person. So now you have a template here. It gives you ideas as to how you can craft your song. What's the vocal style? Neo soul, female vocals, rich harmonies. What's the instrumental sound like? Mid-tempo R&B with live bass and ambient keys. Now you start getting into it. Now this is where the fun begins. Think about your favorite song growing up as a kid, your favorite artist. I know who my favorite artist is, and I know you guys might get tired of hearing me say it, but my favorite artist is the greatest artist that I believe ever lived, and one of the greatest leaders, period. And that's Tupac. And I'll tell anybody that. I've been saying that since I was a kid, and I've been following the principles, and it's led me to today. And I tell people all the time, I could tell who you are by who you say you represent and who you like. Some of y'all like people that I would never want to represent. Some of y'all claim to be representative of the things that you like, but you're not. So, in everything that I do, I want to show you guys that I represent what it is that I talk about, what I stand for. You know, my mentors, the people that have shown me the way, the people that have had goals and dreams and have inspired me to pursue my goals and dreams. And like I said, I've been inspired and motivated by the greatest to ever do it. So my mission is to never fold, never bend, and to hustle on a daily basis and to provide you with the best possible results and to go above and beyond. I got a catalog of music, just like my mentor did. He did movies and different things like that. That's another passion of mine. We're going to get into that too, right? But we have the tools, we have the ability, we have the skill set, and we have the mindset. And that's what we develop here at the Hustler's Secret Success System. So if you're not ready or willing to hustle, if you're not ready to work, if you're not interested in having fun, and if you're interested in, having somebody else do everything for you, you want a done for you system where you don't have to lift a finger, you're not my target audience. We hustle over here. We put in work. Where I'm from, you have to get your hands dirty. If you don't get your hands dirty, then we don't trust you. There is no trust. You can't come on the block and say you this, that, or the third if you haven't put in the work to prove it. And on a daily basis, I put in the work. I prove to you that it's not just talk. I got the music, I do the lives, and I do the videos. I share the products, I share the services, I show what it is that we're going to do on a daily basis. I got that hustle juice. And what I'm telling you is, in your life, I want you to squeeze all you can out of life. I'm consistent with how I feel, how I speak, what I believe, and on a daily basis, I don't change. I represent that. And I want you to stand up. I want you to stand on your tens. I want you to stand on all 10 of those toes and represent what it is that you say you represent. Now, as you can see here, this is a picture of one of our heroes. This is a representation of one of our heroes, one of our female heroes, and that's Miss Hustleberry. Who is Hustleberry? If you don't know, then you should have been here before. Hustleberry is a powerful and intelligent black woman who is here to motivate and inspire not only the young ladies, but the men, everybody, with her powerful voice, her lyrical prowess, her motivation, her positivity, and her story. She's one of two characters, avatars. The flip side of that is Hustle Bear, which, let's see here if we have a picture of Hustle Bear. But this right here, hold this page up right here. This is another helpful document. I'm not going to talk to you guys about that right now. But as you can see, we got a representation of Hustle Berry right there. And this right here, this document overall goes over Faceless YouTube Formula, a hustler's video domination guide. So I got you covered. It's just about whether or not you want to put in the work. And I'm here for the hustlers. I'm here for the people that want to put in the work. If you're not about that life, you're not part of my tribe. That's cool. There's other people out there that can serve you better. Go with them. But over here, we put in work. We create content. We create pictures, videos. We create blogs. We get on lives. We talk to people. We communicate. We help build our community. And we do what's necessary. And we continue on the mission. And like my mentor said, when I was a kid, I heard him say it. He said that he might not be the person to change the world, but he was going to be the person to spark the brain in the minds of the person or the people that will. So I'm here to do my part. And with that, if you guys are interested in getting access to this document and getting started on this amazing system and getting access to everything that we have to offer that's outside of this, because this is just one piece, but at least you know what's a piece of the puzzle. I didn't give you fluff. I didn't sell you a dream. I told you what it is. I told you what you'll be doing on a daily basis. I've given you a fun system, and now it's on you to get it started. And we're going to end this live like I end just about all of my lives consistently, right? We're going to get into, hey, one of our heroes' songs, right? So once again, Miss Hustleberry, she has a powerful message, and we want to share that message. And on a daily basis, we do. So I'm going to fade to the back, as I always do, and we're going to play a music video. A music video. That's another skill set, right? We'll get to that. You just have to, you have to start. You have to start. You can't start at the top. You have to start where you're supposed to. You have to start at the bottom. Grind, hustle, work yourself up. And on the journey, you will grow. You will develop skills. You will become valuable. And in you becoming valuable, you'll deserve to earn an income. You'll deserve everything that it is that you want. So let me fade to the back and let's get started.
moved to silence. Dreams still heavy. Phone screen dry, but my vision stays steady. Mama said, baby, that job ain't your lane. But I clocked in anyway, chasing someone else's gain. That got me dancing with denial at night. Scrolling for hope, but it's hidden from sight. 10 minutes a day, sounded small at first. But in silence, even whispers can quench a thirst. Notebook in hand, wrote my future in ink. Mapped out my mission before I started to sink. Every post was a prayer, every share had weight. I wasn't selling a link, I was shifting fate. I found my rhythm in the quietest place, where hustle meant healing and grind meant grace. From the corner of doubt, I carved my space. Legacy ain't loud, but it wins the race. 10 minutes a day, brick by brick, built from the bottom, now the vision stick. No hype, no cap, just clarity. This ain't just income, it's legacy. Every click, every song I create etches my name where they can't erase. You can doubt, but you gon' see. 10 minutes a day turned into legacy. People laugh, said she doing too much. Till my PayPal pinged, then they changed up the touch. No big brand, no six-figure crew, just a mic, some lyrics, and a dream that grew. Tired of waiting for the gatekeeper's call, so I built my own stage, held my own hall. Suno on deck, that's the beat in my chest. GPT spitting like I'm born to impress. Said I'd never make it, cool, noted. But now my bars turn pain into coated. From broken to branded, I ain't asked for fame, I asked for freedom and I claim my name now. Hustle berry on loop like healing chance, for the girls who grew up with limited chance. This is more than a challenge, it's breaking the chain. Cause 10 minutes a day rewired my brain. 10 minutes a day, brick by brick, built from the bottom, now the vision stick. No hype, no cap, just clarity. This ain't just income, it's legacy. Every click, every song I create etches my name where they can't erase. You can doubt, but you gon' see. 10 minutes a day turned into legacy. Now my daughter sees me different, eyes full of fire. She said, Ma, your words lift me higher. This ain't a hustle, this a heart-led path, where math meets message and message meets math. Community over clicks, value over hype. I ain't here to trend, I'm here to type blueprints for the ones still stuck in